her husband, a widow claims police tortured her into making a confession. The Justice Minister is slammed for violating the rights of hundreds of prisoners. And South Africa show their killer instinct in a superb day against India. This is E! News Prime Time. Businessman applied for bail. The charred body of Avatakali Netashalu was found last month. He was the son of City Press editor Matata Sedu. Police say Netashalu's widow had him killed for his money, but she's told the court they tortured her into confessing.
Avatakali Netashalu went to visit a business contact on the night of 7 December, but he never reached Ntambo Mutsanene's house. Hours later, his charred body was found in his burnt-out Volkswagen north of Johannesburg. The state alleges that his wife, Mulala Savitso, ordered the grisly killing and that she's confessed to it. But Savitso claims the confession was beaten out of her. She told the court, "I realized they were going to kill me and there was no way out. I was convinced they were going to kill me." Savitso described all the information she gave police about her relationship with co-accused Ntambo Mutsanene as false. But police dismissed claims that she was tortured to make a confession. The packed courtroom fell silent when the investigating officer read back from Malalu's contested confession, and I quote, "I told Ntambo my husband was cheating on me and I was afraid he would leave. There was no love in our house and we were married out of community of property. Ntambo suggested we kill my husband. I was shocked." The state opposed bail, saying Savitso would interfere with the investigation since she works for the police. The Ntsedu family says the allegations made in court have torn them apart.
You can't even look at each other and relate as a family or as relatives. This is a very, very difficult period.
The bail application will resume in 2 weeks' time and Savitso will remain in police custody until then. Belinda Moses, E! News, Krugersdorp.
Durban police are red-faced after valuable evidence, a blood sample, was pinched from their safe. Traffic officials are furious, saying corrupt cops are undermining the crackdown on drunk drivers. But there's a nasty surprise in store for the person whose blood was stolen.
600 drunk drivers were caught in the province this festive season. But one man, nabbed on the night of the 23rd of December, might have thought he was in the clear. His blood sample was put in the evidence safe at this police station, and only a few officers have the keys. Yet days later, the blood sample had simply disappeared. Police suspect corruption and negligence.
At the moment, a case has been investigated by one of our specialized units to try and trace and get to the bottom of this entire incident. And also the disciplinary action is in place, and we want to deal with the police officers that were really negligent in the job.
Traffic officials, though upset, declined to go on camera, saying they value their relationship with the police too much. But they point out the drunk driving suspect isn't off the hook. The missing sample is valuable evidence as a backup. They'll still have the breathalyzer results, which prove he was over the limit. Police have promised someone will be disciplined for the missing blood vial and hope to hold accountable everyone involved. Morgan Collins, E! News, Durban.
Justice Minister Bridget Mabandla is in trouble. She's been accused of dragging her feet over pardons for hundreds of prisoners. Now the Human Rights Commission says she's violated their rights and told her to get a move on.
It's a first for a minister in this government, but not one Bridget Mabandla can be proud of. More than 1,000 prisoners, claiming their crimes were politically motivated, applied for pardons in 2003. Most are members of the PAC and the IFP. Mabandla is supposed to review their applications and make a recommendation to the president. But in September, she told Parliament that she couldn't do it alone and needed guidance from her cabinet colleagues. The IFP's patience snapped and it complained to the Human Rights Commission on behalf of 384 IFP prisoners. The Commission's not impressed with Mabandla's efforts.
Our findings were that the Minister of Justice and Constitutional Development has violated the rights of the applicants by not processing the applications for pardon timelessly.
The commissions told Mabandla to process the applications within 3 months and to report her progress to them every month. If she doesn't, the commission can appeal to the president or parliament or get a court ruling. Mabandla says she hasn't seen the commission's official report and won't respond until she has, but she insists she is not incompetent and that she'd gone to cabinet for help because the issue is complex with no legal precedent. Scheherazade Safla, E-News, Cape Town.
Funeral arrangements are being made for the drowned son of a top Cape Town restaurateur. The body of Mzoli Mkhawuzele's son washed up on Strandfontein Beach yesterday. Police divers had been searching for 27-year-old Unati Mkhawuzele since Tuesday. His funeral will be held in Gugulethu next Saturday. This is the second trauma to strike the well-known family in less than a month. 3 weeks ago, Mkhawuzele's 19-year-old daughter was kidnapped. She was found trussed up in a Tableview flat after a 3-day search. And a drowning in KwaZulu-Natal has left 2 families grieving. The bodies of 2 boys were pulled from the Mbumbulu River outside Durban today. They were aged 8 and 12. Police were called in by the local community who discovered the bodies floating in the river. A helicopter was used to retrieve the victims. Police are investigating but don't suspect foul play. And let's take a quick look now at the markets. When E-News Primetime continues, a man sets himself on fire in a dramatic housing debt protest in Chile.